Now at least everybody is now suffering. Yorubas will say that it means that until suffering is democratized, it is not possible to end it. The suffering in Nigeria has now been democratized. Long ago, I predicted that the Nigerian revolution will start in northern Nigeria. The only reason I said so at the time is because the North had always been the reason we could not find common purpose to fight the evil. But now that the person in power in the presidency is not a northerner, and is at best a nominal Muslim, and the suffering has now been fully democratized, the northern street, I'm not talking about the northern elite, the northern street has no interest in forbearing and continuing to suffer. Why is it that all of a sudden everything that they tolerated during the years of Muhammadu Buhari is no longer tolerable? Have you considered that? Look, I don't know how long it's going to take, but if this mess continues, the problem that will consume this government will start in northern Nigeria. It's not going to start in the east. The Igbo man has more or less taken a position.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by. My people, that was DELE FAROTIMI. He said that what will bring the destruction of Nigeria, the people that will start like what is going to happen in Nigeria, especially the separation of Nigeria that is going to start from the north. Yes, my people, who noticed that since Tinubu entered into office, Northerners, they have been coming out, to criticize this Tinubu administration. They want to do this, they want to do that. Like they have been marginalized. They are running hater-scatter. Why they have not experienced like what Igbos have been experiencing in this country called Nigeria. Like they have not gotten like 1/4 of it. And right now they are crying, saying this and that. Like Northerners are very, very selfish human beings, honestly. During Buhari administration, how many of them came out and they criticized the Buhari administration? Like how many of them? For you to know that these people are very, very selfish. Right now, they are running hater-scatter, saying they're going to do this, they're going to do that. That's why DELE FAROTIMI said that what will bring the destruction of Nigeria is going to come from the north. And it's happening, my people. This is just the beginning, my people. This is just the beginning. And Igbos, they are not even interested in this Tinubu administration. They are not even complaining as Yorubas as well as Hausas are complaining because they have experienced worse things more than what is happening in Nigeria today. So that's why they are less concerned. They are hardly even complaining about Tinubu administration. Their focus is that they want Biafra. Like they are not even interested in this country called Nigeria. So my people, let me just allow you guys to watch the whole video and hear what DELE FAROTIMI said concerning this Tinubu administration as well as North and the Igbos, because people are not saying that Igbos don't, complain about this hardship. They are just relaxed and feel less concerned and this and that. My people, we have seen it all. This is not the first time. Like, what is even going to shake Igbos again in this country called Nigeria? Let me allow you guys to watch the video, my people, and I will be right back.
So what's your take? What do you, this cause for the division we're talking about, what's your general take regarding the countenance of some of the Igbos? They will say, don't join any protest, don't follow them to do any form of fight. This, that, we are not part of it, we are not part of that. Now that some of them will be saying, let's go with Tinubu and all of that. What do you think regarding that disunity, regarding bringing people together and to do something at once?
Look, when you have a situation where there is a concerted effort to stigmatize an ethnic nationality and blame them for everything that goes wrong, and that ethnic nationality in response now say, okay, you know what? So that they will not say that it is we who are causing problem. Please stay out of any wahala that is being orchestrated. I can't blame them. If the Igbo man is saying, I don't have any problem with Tinubu, I'm not part of any protest against the government, I can't blame them for saying that. I grew up in an era where whenever there was any problem, the first thing people did was to loot. And who are the people who lost when shops and markets were looted or burnt? It was Igbo, because those are the merchant, that's the merchant class in Nigeria. Long time ago, when Nigeria had not become the evil forest that it is today, He was just in his infancy at that time. The Igbo man learned that the government has nothing for him. So he learned to survive on his own. You will rarely ever find an Igbo man applying to the civil service or looking for salaried job. So the average one, even the ones I went to university with, they will go and attach themselves to somebody in the market. They will learn a trade. So they learned to do without government. They learned to discount the government completely, which means that the Igbo man is better equipped than any other Nigerian to cope with our current circumstances, where the government has become completely useless. The Igbo man was already prepared for the uselessness of the government. So now that he is prepared for it, and everybody else have now decided to stigmatize the Igbo man, I can't blame the Igbo man for turning around and saying, it's none of my business, oh, enjoy your government. He didn't enjoy anything from the government before. So for somebody, and I'm talking about the average Igbo man who is like me and you. I'm not talking about the Ojius or Kalus of this world or the Okorochas of this world who have always fed on the grievances of Ndi Igbo and made money by appeasement of government and then presuming to speak on behalf of. I'm not speaking to those ones. I'm speaking for the average man on the street who grew up believing that he has no portion in Nigeria, which was what fed the Biafran spirit and the demand for Biafra even 50 years after the Civil War. So I'm not speaking to the man on the street of Ala Igbo. I'm not speaking to the trader in Alaba or at Aspanda or at Ladipo. All those ones, they have always lived with the mentality of being victims of the system. So when a victim of the system is telling you, leave me out of your protest, go and deal, because he wasn't gaining anything from the system in the first place. So if he wasn't gaining anything from the system in the first place, he has nothing to lose if the situation becomes... The only thing that is happening now is that more victims are being recruited into the Nigerian mess. So why should he, who was always a victim, further victimize himself by joining those he believes are responsible for his victimhood? Unfortunately, it only assures the victimization of everybody. But it is now incumbent on those of us who know better to help him to understand that, yes, we understand that was yesterday. But for us to all come out of this together, you would have to move away from that pain to now walk. Now at least everybody is now suffering. Yorubas will say that it means that until suffering is democratized, it is not possible to end it. The suffering in Nigeria has now been democratized. Long ago, I predicted that the Nigerian revolution will start in northern Nigeria. The only reason I said so at the time is because the North had always been the reason we could not find common purpose to fight the evil. But now that the person in power in the presidency is not a northerner, and is at best a nominal Muslim, and the suffering has now been fully democratized, the northern street, I'm not talking about the northern elite, the northern street has no interest in forbearing and continuing to suffer. Why is it that all of a sudden everything that they tolerated during the years of Muhammadu Buhari is no longer tolerable? Have you considered that? Look, I don't know how long it's going to take, but if this mess continues, the problem that will consume this government will start in northern Nigeria. It's not going to start in the east. The Igbo man has more or less taken a position. I was always a victim. Go and solve your problem. Leave me alone in my little corner. If you lie, steal all the money in the world. You still take that money to a market to go and buy something. And who will you find in the market when you get there? You find the Igbo man there. Whether it's food you are buying, whether it's building material, whether it's car, you find the Igbo man is there in the market waiting for you. So he's already in a position of advantage. So why would he disadvantage himself unless you people show him a readiness for change? So that is where we are right now. It might seem like nothing is going to happen, but something will definitely happen. This system is not sustainable.
So my people, that is it. Like indeed, this system is unsustainable. And Igbos got this idea a long time ago. That's why no Igbo man or woman is even interested in this country called Nigeria anymore. That's why they are less concerned with whatever Tinubu is doing, even over the hardship self, because they have already experienced worse things more than what is happening. So my people, that is it. Please, I would love you guys to leave your thoughts in the comment section. And also, if today is your first time, don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Like this video, share it as well. And thank you everyone that be sharing my video. I truly appreciate you all. Yes, my people, I will see you guys in my next one. Goodbye for now.